Happy Sunday, everyone. We are back for a classic watch-along pay-per-view. Decided to go with Judgment Day 2000 on this one. I put up a post on YouTube a few days ago just asking you guys for suggestions on which show to do tonight because I was busy and I was having trouble kind of nailing one down. But this one has been talked about a lot. Judgment Day 2000, I think the only reason I've been avoiding it is because of the Iron Man match. But this Iron Man match is a lot more exciting than the one at WrestleMania 12 when we had a 0-0 score going into the end of it. This one is a lot more exciting. Plus, there's some other fun matches on this one as well. We've done Judgment Day 2001, 02, 03, 99, I even think. Maybe not 99, but we've done the 2000s. So this one was still sitting here. We needed to get to it, so I forgot who it was. It might have been you, Fox Star Killer, that recommended this one on that post, and that one kind of stuck out, so I just decided to go with this one since it is May, and Judgment Day is a May pay-per-view, and this, of course, was the return of The Undertaker, who came back as the American Badass after leaving in the summer of 99, and now he's back with kind of a new gimmick, shows up here in the main event, and he's even on the poster, although the other poster has Kane featured on it, and as We Are Pro Wrestling mentioned in the chat, I guess The Undertaker's return was spoiled because he was shown in, or the Undertaker symbol was shown in Kane's eye, which is kind of interesting. So Undertaker has been on, this must be an alternate poster or something. I saw the one with Kane, but I opted to go with this one since I know Taker is a big part of this main event. But Taker has been on a lot of Judgment Day posters. He was definitely on 98. This one kind of counts. I know he was on Judgment Day 2002 when he won the title. And then I think there's like another one a couple years later, Judgment Day, that he's on the poster of or something. So Taker, they like putting Taker on Judgment Day pay-per-view promotional material. That is for sure. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Looking forward to this one. It's been 2 weeks since we were here for a watch-along because I was busy last week for Mother's Day. And this coming week, we're not going to have one either because it's Double or Nothing Sunday, a pay-per-view that I actually have to miss. This Memorial Day weekend is looking just stacked. I'm going to work. I'm going to have to miss Double or Nothing. It really sucks, but it's the way it's got to be. I just got to do it. So no classic watch-along a week from tonight and no Double or Nothing watch-along either. I'm going to have to bust out a review for that probably like on Monday morning or something like that. So just keep that in mind going through the rest of this week here. Let's do some shout-outs real quick, and then we will get into Judgment Day 2000. While I'm doing these shout-outs, you guys know what to do. Head over to Peacock. Find Judgment Day. You're looking for Season 2, Episode 1. Runtime on Peacock is 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 48 seconds. If you're watching internationally on Netflix or whatever, that might not be exact, but that is what it is over on Peacock. Also, ads, as usual, on this video have been killed, so this YouTube stream will be presented commercial-free, so you shouldn't have any interruptions here, but you might have some on Peacock, depending on what tier you have with the ads and whatnot. That's why we have the timer. Once we hit play, that timer will begin to run, and you can just sync up with that, and that's how we watch along here. So when you guys are getting set up, I'm going to say hello to everybody hanging out in the chat already. Gilbert, Arbalo, good to see you. Good to see Tatanani, Jay Lambo, and Melissa. And Fox Star Killer, glad you're off and here for the whole show as well. Yeah, and I think it might have been you who suggested this one. I forgot. Mike Rouse, good to see you. Colin Wright is here. We got Ray Frand and George Morris chiming in with the token 5. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? How is Tito and Elizabeth? Judgment Day 2000, 10 out of 10. This is the worst season of Dark Side of the Ring. Do you agree? Be safe. I might. I probably would agree with that. Yeah, it's been kind of an underwhelming season, you know, and we've had that recently in Dark Side of the Rings. You know, some of these stories, I know Bam Bam Bigelow sticks out, the Sheik from last week, and I think there's been a few others as well. You know, Vader maybe even. Their stories are not even that dark, you know, in terms, from the standpoint of wrestlers who have just super gnarly, fucked up stories. You know, some of the ones they've been getting to lately, you know, people have, you know, their issues and their personal and professional problems and whatnot, but nothing is like super dark. The Sheik's didn't seem super dark to me. You know, Daphne's will, and there's a few others that will, but if people are saying this is the weakest season of Dark Side of the Ring, I'd probably agree with that. And I'm glad that you ranked this 10 out of 10. Tito, let's see. I got an eyeball on Tito. I don't know where Tito is. Elizabeth is just fine. We're all fine up here in the Good Mike Work Podcastle. What's up to Ryan Dempsey? Brandon McNeil, good to see you. Rear Pro Wrestling, Ricky Zalvadar, and K-Dog's Kennel. What's up, dude? So was it, hey, Greg, sorry, haven't been by. My wife and I bought our new home. Holy shit, we closed on the 13th. The final time I will ever move. That is a good feeling. Isn't that great? You know, you're going to be closing on your house, and then you're going to be there till the end. That's a great feeling. I am yet to achieve that. So very, very happy for you, Kevin. That is awesome. I am not yet in the house that I'm going to die in. I'm hoping that one more place I'm going to rent, then after that we should be settled down forever as well. But congrats to you. Let's see. Zach Pauget's in the house as well. Mike Games version 1 is here. We have Jake, the original tribal chief. I see you. Ben Espinoza. Let's see. Ryan Adams is here. Nice. I've lost my place. Nick Musser, good to see you. We also have the Juliet. We got Just Smitty in here. WWE fan. And Ryan's got 5 for us. Thank you so much for that, my friend. We got Saturday night's main event and NXT Battleground and Double or Nothing all next weekend. And there's a really good chance I'm going to be missing all of it. I got to take a couple days off in the beginning part of this week as I'm having a medical procedure done. So I really need to work through Memorial Day. So there's going to be a whole lot that I'm going to miss next weekend. So I'm going to try to figure out my schedule in the next day or two, figure out when I'm going to be giving you some comments and reviews on these shows. But as it stands right now, we probably will be up for a podcast on Saturday, depending on when Battleground is. Is Battleground Sunday? I think Battleground is also on Sunday as well, right? Is that head-to-head with Double or Nothing? I forget. As long as Saturday afternoon is free when we normally do the podcast, we'll be here to do a podcast on Saturday. I'll give you guys quick predictions for Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing. We'll try to achieve that all on Saturday. But in terms of Saturday and Sunday nights, I'm going to be unavailable, unfortunately. Right on. Oh, yeah, thank you, Ben. This is the first Judgment Day pay-per-view since 98 because they skipped it in 99. They must have done, No Mercy or something in 99. I forgot. And Wilbert Reed, good to see you. And David Brown, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to all. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button for me if you don't mind. And I am all queued up, ready to go on my end for Judgment Day 2000. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys got one open, cheers to you. I just chugged a huge Gatorade before we went live, so I'm not that thirsty, so I'll be sipping on that pretty lightly. All right, right on. Well, I'm ready to start this show. How about you guys? We're going to do a 3, 2, 1 play, just like we always do, all right? Let me get the timer here and all that stuff, play button. All right, I appear to be, on my end, locked and loaded. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1 play, okay? 3, 2, 1, play. Boom. Boom. Victor, yes, Judgment Day was still considered an in-your-house pay-per-view in 98. I forgot when that officially ended. I thought it was kind of done by then, but maybe not. Oh, look at there. Is this per day? 18,000 people are born and 5,000 people die in a day? That's more than that. All right, we're going through a whole bunch of stats on what traveling and birthing and death was like back in 2000, 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago. Let's look up the date on this bad boy. How close are we to the actual anniversary? It was held on the 21st. Wow, we are 3 days shy of the silver anniversary of this show, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. This feels like yesterday. I looked at my shelf. I thought I had a Judgment Day VHS or two. I don't have any. I've got this show. I have the whole entire pay-per-view recording right from TV in my collection, but I don't have a physical copy. And I really thought I did. I thought I had at least one Judgment Day back there somewhere. I don't have any. I got a Judgment Day 2002 DVD, which is actually kind of rare, but that's the only Judgment Day I have in that whole fucking shelf back there. And now, got my scented candle here. Strawberry Breeze. All right, Judgment Day. And this is in the Louisville building, right? Really cool venue. Kind of small, but reminds me a little bit of the Rosemont Horizon. Is this the Freeman Coliseum? Is that where they're at? I feel like it's Freeman Coliseum. Really cool building. I think it's still there. They still use it. Help me out, Kentuckians. Is this joint still there? Freedom Hall, sorry. I thought it was Freedom Coliseum. I have never been to Kentucky. I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever need to be there. But I've never been. It's one state I've never been. I lived close to it, but never been there. Look at these guys. Look at the veggie tray. Looks like it's Breaking Bad, and Gus is about to have a meeting. Got to get that broccoli out there. Got to get that broccoli and dip. He had some errands to do.
Where the hell's Patterson? Patterson missed his plane today, and I just barely made it because I'm sorry.
Briscoe. This is how we're opening the pay-per-view.
I'll take mine black. You want coffee, anybody?
Coffee, anyone? Coffee, you guys want some? Gerald will get it for you. Ray, coffee? Lemon. Yeah, chop, chop. Hurry up, Briscoe. I like that X-Pac and Shane are totally friends a year after their feud. Like, Triple H turned on X-Pac in that match between those two guys. Now they're all friends again? What the fuck happened? Can't believe DX got back together. I did like that Run DMC version of their song, though. That was badass. Shout out to Run DMC. Oh no, what's going on here? Who are they beating up? Oh, Briscoe got attacked. I don't think he has the coffee. Look, Briscoe's not holding any coffee. What is Vince and all those guys going to do? What happened to the coffee? Son of a bitch, you get one job. You just got to go get coffee, Briscoe, you dumbass. God, this guy, fucking, they call him a legend, Briscoe. This guy, I can't into him. This is the funniest part about Sean wearing this outfit around this time. Look at him. He's not in shape. He's not in shape. And I always thought that was funny that Sean wore his little cute little referee outfit when he wasn't in shape. You could tell underneath there. He didn't have the Sean bod. Not that I think about that a lot, but you know what I mean. He didn't look in good shape. He get like just no definition in his arms. He looks like got kind of like a little bit of a belly. Doesn't look like he's been in the gym in 3 years.
Ever since I teamed up with Edge and Christian, your Olympic hero has noticed he's been getting a lot of extra attention lately.
It's been 25 years, and I still don't understand why Kurt Angle has medals. I thought he won one gold medal in one event. I don't know why there's multiple medals. It's never been answered to me. I've asked it. He's all that. It's true. These are my favorite days of Angle.
I have a word of warning for all of you in the form of a nursery rhyme, and it goes something like this. Don't be like the people here, shacking up with different guys. Be clean, be pure, be abstinent, and follow my 3 eyes. Thank you.
You hear that, guys? Be abstinent.
And now, I would like to introduce my tag team partners, who also happen to be all that. And I'd like for you to give them the same respect and admiration that you have given me. Without further ado, Edge and Christian.
Here they come. Now, Edge and Christian, I don't know if you guys heard, they are also all that. And they got 2 big bags. You guys all staying abstinent out there? Make sure you do. And follow those 3 eyes. You'll go far. He's definitely got a banjo. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. That's why Edge has got the teeth, because they're in Kentucky. Oh, one of the medals was one of the Summer Olympics. Okay, what, it was a high diving?
And especially to be in front of all of our great fans. Right here in Louisville.
Right here in Louisville. It's Louisville. I mean, Kentucky ranks at the very bottom in education. They're just like a notch above Louisiana and Alabama. Oh, special treat in Louisville.
So, for the benefit of those with flash photography,
Flash photography. I got it right here. My flash photography is here.
pose, which should be very near and
I'm waiting.
dear to all of your hearts. Oh, great.
I gotta wait for my flash photography's ready.
That it's your greatest cultural achievement to ever come out of Kentucky. We call this one the Jug Band.
Oh, cool.
Jug Band?
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna take a picture of this. You wait for the pose.
I'll make you a copy of one of my prints.
Oh, this is great. Look at these outfits. Edge has got a little bandana. They all got hats. They got a banjo. Huh. Oh, this is great. My flash photography's ready. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Yes. Right on. I got a good shot, man. This is why it's important to have flash photography at shows, because you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to take pictures. I should have used that for the thumbnail. That's a clearer picture, actually. Oh, it's Rikishi. I don't know why I thought it was Dudley's. They're facing DX, I guess. So it's Rikishi and Too Cool. Yeah, most of it is right there in the ample posterior. WWE fan, no, HBK was not on the turnaround yet. He would remain fucked up all the way until the WCW buyout. The night of the simulcast, I think that was the night he was fired. He showed up all fucked up backstage. It got him out of there. And then he was that was it. He was done for a year. Falling out with Triple H, the whole deal. So Shawn was not over his demons yet. He was right in the middle of them. Thank you, Fox Star Killer, for the 5. One of Kurt's medals is for the 96 Summer Olympics. The other is for the 95 World Wrestling Championships. Okay. But only one is Olympic. So does he call them Olympic gold medals? Like, is the World Wrestling Championships Olympic, though? But that makes sense. At least that explains the 2 medals. But I always just thought they were, like, Olympic gold medals. And I'm like, when did he win 2 Olympic gold medals? It's like somebody wins a WWE title and then they come out with 2 belts. My WWE titles. Like, you just won one. But thank you for explaining that. Yeah, I meant to say, Gilbert, I actually meant to say Mississippi instead of Louisiana. Because at least Louisiana's got New Orleans there, but they still suck. But Mississippi is the worst. Same state where Ted DiBiase Jr. and Brett Favre stole all that their money. Bunch of stupid-ass people. Although it was a fun state to learn how to spell when you were in grade school. Remember? Mississippi? Remember that? I still remember it. Grandmaster Sexay. Only one deceased wrestler in this match, which is honestly a pretty good percentage. Even referee Teddy Long is still with us. There's a Hi Greg sign in the audience, and if you guys are wondering if they're saying hi to me, they are. Too cool. I remember being so happy at the time watching them get over the way they did. Because they were too much at first. And Scott Taylor was, bouncing around the light heavyweight division a little bit. So was Brian Christopher. And when they first put them together as too much, they didn't do much for me. But when they started this, I think it was a feud with the Headbangers that sparked that. There's something with a JVC kaboom box in the head or something like that. I think that might have been kind of what sparked their transition into this type of gimmick. But in a division that did have your Dudleys, your Hardys, and whatnot, it was fun to see Too Cool get a little taste of the tags. You know, when it was pretty crowded at the top. Scotty moonwalk a little too long. I love how Christopher, like, literally has to do a dance before every movement. Yeah, they were heels and is too much. That doesn't mean they can't get over. But too much was just kind of too boring, you know? It was just... They were still using Brian Christopher's, you know, music, and they just dressed alike. You know, this was way more entertaining. Oh! Christopher. Put it away. Tuck it in. He didn't really have his wang out, did he? Oh, man. We are all excited about the Brian Christopher flashing. Rakishi. Oof, missed. And now the double team on the tag team champions on Rakishi. Look at Kurt Angle, intelligence. Angle has just manipulated Too Cool and the referee on that exchange game. What you gotta like about Edge and Christian and Kurt Angle, they formed this like a mutual admiration society. You gotta realize. Rikishi fighting out. Sort of an international type thing too, you know, United States, Canada. Make for good relations. All right, this is probably our worm. Oh, no, Angle stops it. I love it. Boy, Angle killed that worm. This is a raucous crowd, too. Licks and kicks. Damn, this crowd is going crazy. Yeah, I really do like this venue. It always seems like it's jacked. The Juliet, thanks for the $2. Yes, I did see Darby has made it to the summit. Rocking he chose to wear on Summit Day an Edward Scissorhands t-shirt, which is an interesting choice. He looked a little fatter in his face. That's probably just going through the climbing or whatever. So I'm glad that he's done it. Now he's got to head back down. I don't know how long that takes. But I'm sure he is going to be heading back to probably win that AEW World title. So I'm glad Darby made it, at least up to the top alive. Now he's got to get back down. Hopefully he will not fall through a crevasse or anything like that. Ooh. Oh, let's get them all in there. I'm pretty sure Scotty 2 Hotty does a little bit of work with AEW, which would put 3 AEW guys in this match. I think he has like a backstage role or something. Ugh. I just could not. I'd be so worried I'd get pink eye or something. I'm like, bro, if you give me pink eye, you better wash your ass. Some of y'all not washing your ass properly. Oh. Spear. Spear to Rikishi. Edge is going to worm it? No. He's going to get wormed. Big difference between doing a worm and getting wormed. I could not do this. I could not do the worm. I'd be so worried I'd smack my face on the fucking ground. Oh, another worm? Oh, no. Just a double thing. We got a bell. Oof. That's not going to be the finish, is it? Oh, Grandmaster's going to come off the top of the leg drop. The leg drop. No, the hip hop drop. I couldn't remember what it was called. Hip hop drop. Oh, that's such a big ass on Rikishi. Angle's going to pull him out. Oh. Was Angle supposed to stop that 3 count and he didn't get there in time? That felt like it might have been a botch. Like, Angle really looked like he was trying to make that save. I mean, the music cue didn't even play right away. I don't think that was supposed to be the finish. I don't think. I don't remember anything about this match. I've never seen it twice. Oh, it's time for Rikishi to come in and dance. Can I say get down? Sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it? JR. Much love to Jim Ross and President Joe Biden. Both going through it right now. We talked about JR yesterday on the podcast a little bit. Look at Rikishi. Oh, we get ring post pyro. It's like Diesel is back. We got all this diesel pyro left over from when he was still here. Let's just use it for Too Cool. See, look at Sean. Doesn't he look just out of shape? He just does not look like in shape. He looks pale. He's just got regular, ordinary arms that everybody has. I don't know why I'm body shaming him. I should be hair shaming Michael Cole for those horrendous frosted tips. But this is Sean's addiction. You can see it in him. He just doesn't look himself.
Well, I haven't been around in a while, so I was just talking to people. I was hired by McMahon to do a job, and tonight I will do that job. Well, you're friends with Triple H.
Like, I don't think Sean has the body for this particular outfit tonight.
Triple H is my boy, but I guess only after this match can you truly assess my job as special referee.
Well, WWF.com, rumors swirling on .com and throughout the internet that you're jealous of The Rock, that you're jealous of the fame that The Rock has achieved.
He just looks different, doesn't he?
Well, Lord knows if it's on the internet, it's got to be true. That's enough of these asinine questions.
Whenever Sean is uncomfortable about a question, he does that laugh. He goes, like when he's being like mid-sentence, when he's being asked the question, whenever you know it's something he probably doesn't want to answer, he goes like that. And Michael Cole brought up that heat with The Rock just now, and Sean did it. He goes, he knows. Oh, look at these two. Oh, my God. Look at this power couple. Check out this ride they're arriving in. China. I like. Shake it, don't break it, baby.
You I'll deal with later. You need to keep your nose out of our business. It's between me, Eddie, and Perry, not you.
The old fountain of charisma, Dean Malenko. I can't do the Catherine Hahn wink. Oh, there's Perry.
Kiss somebody's ass. Kiss the ass of the guy who's going to win it. Me.
Okay. Mamacita. I'm not scared of you, my brother, because I'm Latin. It's my favorite line in that song. It's the best. Look at China. Latino Heat. Now, I would be at SummerSlam a couple months later, and I'm pretty sure China wins the IC title there. So I've seen her win championship gold before. I love Eddie and China. China, how about some redneck heat? Yeah, you can find some redneck heat in Kentucky. Some good old inbred heat. It's fucking Dominic and Ripley. This is crazy. I think Eddie and China, I think WWE got the idea for the Eddie and China pairing from Dominic and Ripley. They stole it. Like, look, it's almost the same thing. It's like they totally stole Dominic and Rhea Ripley's idea. That nice looking old European title. What is this match? I don't even know what this match is. Is this a tag team? Or is this a triple threat? I did not look up the card. I have no idea what's happening. Let me check. Oh, it is a three-way. Okay. That's true. Eddie's rocking that mullet. He's fitting right in there to Kentucky. Although I think mullets were kind of universal. I mean, it definitely hung around the South. It's probably still there. But there was a time when everybody had a mullet. Even people out here in California. Which belt is this for? And we got 3 of the 4 Radicals. What is Benoit doing on this show? I think Benoit's got a match with Jericho, actually. I think I do remember that. I am pretty sure that... Yeah, because they're already on this side of the country here in Kentucky. So I'm pretty sure I was at the next set of TVs. I think for SmackDown. I was definitely at a SmackDown taping in Richmond where Benoit and Jericho exchanged IC titles. And I feel like that's right after this show.
Together, they have competed around the world together, quite frankly. And they came to the WWF together as a group. The Radicals did, but they accomplished what they set out to do. They got themselves a big fat contract. They got themselves security here in the WWF. So now it's every man for himself. Great display strength there by Saturn. And Saturn.
Oh, what are they going for here? No. Oh, double nut shot. Smart. I don't know what that move Eddie just did to Saturn. Nice. Oh. WCW champ at this time, 2000, Jesus, May of 2000, I would not have a clue. I would say probably either, oh, it wasn't Booker yet. Booker wasn't winning it for a couple of more months. Did Steiner have it yet? Probably Hogan had it. Or Jarrett. Jarrett probably had it. Hogan or Jarrett, I would say, around this time, had the title. I think maybe Jarrett. But boy, was I checked out of WCW. By the time we got to I couldn't have given a shit what they were doing. Whenever I did turn on Nitro, I was just like bored stiff. There was just no comparison.
Talk a little trash to Guerrero. He's telling him how he's going to beat him for the European title. That means Malenko will be a double champion.
Okay, so yeah, it's Eddie's title on the line here. Flair was champion. Stripped the following night on Nitro. Interesting. Okay. Flair was champion in 2000? Holy shit. It's his last world title then, right? If Flair was stripped the following night on Nitro, that's got to be his last, right? So has the final title run of Ric Flair ended in him being stripped? Oh, no. Rather gingerly on that top turnbuckle when Guerrero hit the top rope. Guerrero trying to fight out of this attempted suplex. It does so. A wicked book there by Saturn. Got to do a watch along for Ready to Rumble. Me and Elizabeth, just for fun, watched the movie. She couldn't remember if she had seen it or not. And I'm like, I thought we watched it. She goes, I don't think I've ever seen Ready to Rumble. So we watched it just for fun. I just don't understand why after Jimmy King got beat up, why he didn't just jump to WWE. Wow, frog splash from Saturn. Cloverleaf. Didn't go for the 3 amigos? Nope, just the 1 amigo. Shades of Dick Murdoch. There's nothing about the styles of Dick Murdoch and Eddie Guerrero that I ever compare. But Jim Ross just did. Ready Rumble is on Tubi if we ever run a try. All right. Elizabeth was getting a kick out of all the wrestlers in it. I was like, yeah, this is like a WCW movie. And they were pretty much in the crapper then, too. Even when that movie came out, like WWE was kicking the shit out of them. And even people like Saturn, I'm pretty sure by the time that movie came out, they were already in WWE. I think Saturn is one that jumped and... Oh, look at that. Triple suplex. Double suplex by Saturn. Oh, China blasts Saturn with the flowers. One 800 florists. Oh, now she smells them. Oh, blocked. Dean blocked the flowers. Oh, yeah. That's going to be the pin. Yes. Hell yeah. Eddie retains. Hell yeah. WWE fan, yeah, we're drinking a brewski. I'm kind of liking these 805s. They're very easy to drink. They're lightweight. They're little bitch beers. And this is expired. Oh, no, it's not. That's the bottled date. Shit, this is expired. Just a blonde ale. Very easy to drink. And I'm not much of a drinker these days. I just kind of have a couple on the stream here and there, and that's about it. I'm so glad Eddie won. I'm glad he didn't drop the title to Dean Malenko. Oh, Malenko landed on the thorns, I see. Shoulders were not on the mat, but whatever. Oh, good. Thank you for this history lesson there, Foxstar Killer. This $20 history lesson. After we watch this Briscoe flashback. Let me see what this is about. Oh, when he's sleeping. He's napping. I love this. I remember this. Doesn't Briscoe, like, silently celebrate? 1, 2. That's... Oh, fuck. You can't take a nap when you're the 24/7 champion. That's hilarious. Hilarious. But Foxstar is telling us that Flair won the championship off Jarrett on Nitro 8 days before, or after Slamboree, was stripped of the title the following week on Nitro, was given back the belt by Kevin Nash the week after that, only to lose it back to Jarrett. Okay, so he did actually lose his final title. So when Nash gave it back, does that count as another title run? Was that Ric Flair's 16th, or how does that work? All right, Briscoe's punching mirrors. He's in the shitter. He's just, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, this is which way did he go? No disqualification match, Big Show and Shane. I thought it was funny that I remember watching that show with my friends when he came out as Hogan. I think that was Backlash, right? And we're like, holy shit, he's pretty good at the...
Anything that you do out there, show, because you don't deserve it. Hey, Big Show is about to cry. I hate the Big Show.
Aw, he cried.
I own this guy. Oh, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Shane McMahon has been revealed here. Shane McMahon,
God, Big Show slobbers a lot when he's mad.
gets his hands on Shane. Well, Shane is lying in wait. Show is out after being driven through a table. And look at the vulture, the buzzard Shane. Young Simba, look at him. He's getting
Simba. Young Simba.
is feeling so frisky that young Simba, Shane McMahon, will be challenged.
Okay, so WWE counted that as Flair's 17th? That's stupid. Or 16th, anyway?
Even though I'm hurt, I'm not trying to back out of the match with the Big Show. Big Show, I would like to find out just how fast you are as you begin to run the very special gauntlet match. And now it's 6-on-1, TNA, Bossman and Bull, DX. Big Show's clean.
Show just throws them all off.
Simba speed,
Like, this is when you started seeing that Show was kind of funny, you know? Like, he started doing entertaining things. He was even kind of a standout. Kind of stole the show a little bit on Saturday Night Live, remember? Just way funnier than people thought he would be. But he would wind up getting into some trouble here. They're going to send him away soon. And then he's gone until the Royal Rumble. They sent him to Ohio Valley for whatever reason. And he came back bigger than he was. Look at those beautiful... Oh, that's where China got the flowers, right there. Man, I miss the East Coast this time of year. Summer's starting. If you live on the East Coast anywhere in the southern area, you're probably barbecuing, hitting the beach. If you live near the beach. But doing outdoor summertime shit. All right, here comes Shane. Not much to the set. It's basically just a Raw set with some cages on it or something. All of the text on the front and back of Shane's shirt needs to be higher up. Because it looks weird when you tuck it in. Better watch out. That's Big Show's pyro right there. Big nasty bastard. That would have been a better name for Big Show. Just call him Big Nasty. Like, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, he's got like a little different theme around this time, huh? I like this better than the Woo song. I kind of like this version. This is way better than the other one. How did he get this hip-hop theme? This was from, there was a soundtrack that came out. I have it. Is this Volume 4? Or is this Pi? Is this from Pi? Oh. Volume 5, I think? It might have been from Pi. Oh. Which by the time they got to WWF The Music Volume 5, I was checked out. Nothing beats Volume 3. WWE fan, you sent a super chat earlier that I missed. Yeah, I missed it on purpose. I didn't feel like reading yours. I just wanted to take your money. I'm just kidding. I'll go find it. Oh yeah, I see it. I thought I answered that. The Brewski one? I just answered that a minute ago. Unless there was another one. I'll check. Oh yeah, I see it now. $5 from you earlier. What's the coolest match stipulation I have seen at a pay-per-view or TV? Yours would be Hell in a Cell or Royal Rumble. So basically, what is my favorite stipulation match? I don't know if I even have a favorite. What's my favorite match? What's my favorite type of match? I don't even know if I have a favorite stip, to be honest. You'd think I would. I mean, I like the Hell in a Cell. I don't know if I'd make it my favorite. I like the Royal Rumble, but that's not really a stipulation match. That's a once-a-year match. Like, you know when that's going to happen. Where a Hell in a Cell can kind of happen at any time. Jesus. I'll probably say Hell in a Cell. They've had the most classics. They've had a lot of disappointing ones too, but overall, you know, over the last 28 years, I mean, we're approaching in a couple of years the 30th anniversary of the Hell in a Cell. So I might go Hell in a Cell. I'll say Hell in a Cell. How about that? Oh, Boss Man is still here. Yeah, anything goes. And these guys already had their feud over the dead dad stuff. Who's coming now? Oh, geez, everybody. It's TNA. Taking them both out. Trish is out there. Why don't you grab a chair, Trish? Oh, she's going to get in there. She is. Oh my God, is he going to choke slam her? Look how little she looks. Oh my. Phew, that was pretty good. Trish tossing. Now, this is not false count anywhere. It's just no disqualification, so. Jesus. Look at those things that are standing upright. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that just not the grating that they would normally use if there was a stage? You know, like if they had the normal Raw set there. Those are the grates that you walk on. That's what they have leaning up sideways. So this is a very low-budget set. They were able to put the set together using everything they had in the truck. They definitely had all this shit. Yeah, that's the grating from the Raw set. Totally. You can even tell it's curved where it's like supposed to fit together and stuff. Yeah, it's just all shit from the stage. Way to save money, WWE. Oh, aggression. It's aggression. Yeah, I've got aggression. It's not ruthless. It's just regular aggression. My CDs are somewhere. Sorry, Greg, the best album ever was the wrestling album, Nothing Beats Grab Them Cakes. I like the wrestling album. I still like Volume 3 more. You know what else I like more than the wrestling album? Feels just like a pile driver. Pile driver was great. Girls in Cars. If You Only Knew. Good songs on this. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Joe's up and he's pissed. So this is a 4-on-1 match. The Big Show is easily winning, handily. Oh, yeah, they did the cinder block spot. I almost missed it. Oh, there goes Shane. He's practicing for SummerSlam. Oh, there's Bull Buchanan now. Jesus. How many more guys can we bring out here? All right, they're going to do some sort of spot here. They're going to electrocute him or something. Oh, they're gonna push over a speaker. Yep. Ow. Damn. Oh, of course it's got to blow up and spark. I was like, that is an obnoxious amount of cable. Or it looks like it's like a rubber hose. Those are just hoses. That's not even cable. Those are hoses you can buy from Home Depot. Oh, there's another cinder block. No, your pantomime skills are not good. Oh, and then broke it across his head. Well, that was just murder. Look, they're hoses. They're hoses. They're not even fucking cables. They're garden hoses. Garden hoser. Dr. Tom, what's up? I remember when I took 4 years of drama in high school, and we did all the plays and everything, right? And the very first, like, freshman year, first thing we learned was miming, you know? Being able to tell a story without speaking. And the way Shane was carrying that cinder block, I don't know if he really portrayed that it was that heavy. He tried. He did okay. Right, Ryan Dempsey, where is this from? Garden Hoser. What is that from?
Can't believe he's even up. Big Show's leg.
Why do I know that?
His knee's got to be crushed, much less his skull. Those things are, they got to weigh at least 1,000 pounds.
Baseball movie. Baseball movie with the kid. I don't know if he's the pitcher or the coach, whichever one.
I cannot believe. I mean,
That's where it's from.
betting line, if there was one, had to be
I like how Big Show is like being carried out like normal, like without a stretcher and as in they would say in Kentucky, an ambulance. Look at him, he's up. I mean, Sarge and Tony are helping him. Oh, now he's gonna get in an ambulance himself. An ambulance. This is the first time I've ever seen anybody get into an ambulance this way. I got it. There's drool all over you. Don't drool on me, Big Show. Jesus Christ. Fucking nasty. Big Nasty. It's his name now. Ryan Adams, thank you for that $20, bro. WCW, a few weeks before the show, Sean Stasiak beat Kurt Hennig. Total Package beat Buff Bagwell. Sting beat Vampiro. Douglas beat Flair. Hogan beat Kidman. Okay, I remember that match. Main event, Jarrett beat DDP and David Arquette. On paper, does not look like a horrible show. Just wasn't measuring up to me. But I've seen that Hogan-Kidman match. There was some clips floating around online just today of that.
Hey, you guys mind if I come in here and just relax just for a little while? I just need a place to hang.
Who's this referee? This referee, that's not a referee. He's not a real referee. We don't know who you are. We've never seen you. He's just from NXT, that other referee.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm just going to kick back here. Sure.
Oh, was that the Triple Cage show? Yeah, I told Elizabeth when we were watching Ready to Rumble that they incorporate that cage into a WCW show. And she's like, really? She thought it was so dumb. I'm like, oh, yeah, they capitalized all they could off that David Arquette shit. Wait till I tell Mr. McMahon. Gerald Briscoe is so underrated. He's still funny as shit. He's a hoot on social media.
That's a cruel joke, JR.
It's gonna be sad when look at Sean and his little terrible body. Look at Triple H how orange he is. Look at this like look, they're not really even close here, you know?
Personally, you're not gonna wear those shorts, are you?
Yeah, don't wear those, Sean. Triple H is right.
I hate those shorts, Sean. It looks like you're smuggling bananas in those things.
Sean, yeah, Sean's outfit, I'm not a fan. I like sexy Sean. Don't we all? Oh, here's a sexy match on paper. Submission match. I didn't know it was a submission match. And it's Benoit and Jericho. Is this before or after Chris Jericho does the montage with photoshopping Benoit's head onto shit? Benoit on a boat? Benoit fucking a goat. Yo, Mike, thanks for the $5, bro. For my money, one of the best Raws of all time is the night after this when Rock destroys everyone in DX and McMahon faction during the whole night. I don't really remember that. I mean, I saw it and I recorded the show. I watched it, but I don't remember. That's pretty cool. My favorite night after a pay-per-view is King of the Ring 98. That Raw after when Austin wins the belt back. That one and the night after Revenge of the Taker. That whole saga with Austin and Brett, with Austin attacking him in the ambulance. Pretty sure that was night after Revenge of the Taker because Brett went away to get knee surgery after that. So those are my top two. But I'll have to watch that one you're talking about and try to refresh my memory. Walls of Jericho. Oh. Here comes Jericho. I love that entrance of Jericho's. Speaking of David Arquette, this is what I was trying to find. Me and David outside of the Staples Center in Los Angeles. He saw me, ran right up to me, wanted an autograph, of course, wanted to talk, take a picture. So I made his day. I'm like, all right, David, hold on. A lot of people want to meet me, but fine. And I took a picture with him. He was so happy. Gave him an autograph, rubbed him on his head and sent him on his way. He was very cool. He's a very, very nice fan. It was good to meet a fan of Good Mic Works. Said he's been in movies and shit. I believed him. Was OVW taped at Freedom Hall this time? I don't think so. Was it ever? It's kind of a big building for OVW. I'm not sure, Colin. I didn't like that Intercontinental title. It just looked too little. Like Benoit, he would have looked so good. Both those guys would with that IC belt over there. Oh, really? Slamboree 2000 would take place in Kemper Arena on Owen Hart's birthday. That's less than 1 year before he died there. That's fucking crazy. Or less than 1 year after he died there. Jesus.
Pinfalls are irrelevant. There are no disqualifications, can be no
And then Brett came back shortly after that, right?
one way, and that is by submission. And you know I've asked
No, he was back in late 99. Never mind.
avoided the question. One time, go out on a limb. Stick your neck out. Who has the best submission hold between these two guys? Well, I kind of like the crippler crossface from the standpoint that you can get it off a little quick.
I do like that this match is a submission match between two guys who do have submission moves as their finishers, or at least as one of their finishers.
Only an assumption. But that knee is, he knows that Jericho, Benoit, has a brace on his left knee. And that can be used as a weapon too, as you well know, King. Right. And you know, another interesting thing about this match also, this is no disqualification either. I mean, because, let's face it, it's
Mike, thanks for the 5. The best Raw of all time was the night Austin kidnapped McMahon. Still loving going back and watching that episode. That's a good one, too. There's a lot of classics from back in those days.
Jericho. It's not that I wasn't listening to you, JR, but I was ignoring you. I heard you. Flesh on flesh. But the best way to describe that knife, that tough. I hate those chops. Well, these two young studs just can take the hide off each other.
Oh, going right for the... Oh, Jericho going for the crossface.
The armbar, Jericho trying to
Or grab another cold one while Jericho's applying this armbar.
absolutely no love lost between these two guys, JR, but what is this? Tombstone bomb driver attempt. I'm not going to say what it looked like to me. Whoa, look at this athleticism. Benoit back for the advantage.
Oh. Yeah, we're not going to have any near falls or pin attempts here.
The strategic move, you are looking for the crippler crossface. I was saying no love lost between these two guys, but JR, let me just...
Oh, Benoit, you can't go for this headbutt yet. Well, I guess Jericho's down, but it felt like he's not ready. He hits it. He hits that headbutt. Did not see that coming.
Yeah, but you're just a few minutes away from the biggest match of your life, an Iron Man 60-minute match, and you're talking about the wife and kids? But that doesn't mean that Shawn Michaels is not going to call it right down the line. Hey, he can submit right here. Go ahead and give out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Gilbert. We've got a Game 7 going on, don't we?
You know, I mean,
So it's the Leafs and the Panthers? 3-0 Panthers? Oh, yeah. Huh. How is a team from Florida going to beat a team from Canada in hockey?
could submit to any move. And so can Benoit.
That'd be like the USA winning the World Cup, which I think we did once.
Another leg strike of Benoit. That's a nice counter to the walls of Jericho. You're right. You talk about leg strength. That makes me think that maybe Benoit is 100%. You saw his legs appeared hurt after.
Boom.
After what Hardcore Holly did to him 3 nights ago, but his leg looked in good shape.
I got to see these guys wrestle in person, I believe 3 times, maybe a 4th, which was very cool. You know, in my mind as a fan, oh, hi, Val, watching these two was pretty awesome because these were 2 WCW guys that I always wanted in WWE. Now they're wrestling in WWE for essentially my favorite championship in the company, you know, the IC. This is what I always wanted, you know. It felt like this was the closest, you know, here was the closest WWE had gotten in the Intercontinental Championship division to Savage, Steamboat, Tito, even Brett, Shawn, you know, those just, you know, like this 86 to 93 or 87 to 93, you know, that little chunk is just peak IC title. You could even stretch it to like 95 because the IC's title was still cooking with Razor and Shawn, you know, by the time you got to 95. But once we got into 96, 97, and it just started on being on everybody. And then by 99, the title changed hands 75 times in 3 weeks. The IC title was just a joke. But now you had Jericho and Benoit here in 2000 competing for it, and it felt like it was back, even though I hated the belt design.
Marvelous competitor. And they're from Canada. What's wrong with that? We're live in Canada.
And they're from Canada. I love Canada. If it wasn't cold as a witch's titty, I'd probably be Canadian.
Jericho going for the cover. Instinct
Canada and Mexico. Flopped geographical locations. I'd be moving in a second. Although I don't think poutine would be very good on a hot, humid day. Ew. I don't want my cheese curds to get all curdy. They'd have to swap food. Oh, turnbuckle pad coming off. We'd all be afraid of the Canadian cartels and shit. Oh my God, it'd be funny. Come on, Rabid Wolverine. He is struggling to get that. Jack Swagger had an easier time winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Ooh, but nonetheless, it is exposed. And he used it, and it's legal. No wasted motion. He wasted a shit ton of motion, JR. He wasted so much motion taking that thing off. Why do announcers say that? I swear, I'm not going to be an announcer, but if I ever was, I swear to God, you would never hear me say, no wasted motion. I would never say it. I would refuse on pure principle. What are you talking about? Timmy White knows what he's doing. F off, Lawler. Disparaging Timmy White. Imagine that. Nice. You know, if Benoit wouldn't have done what he did, he would be widely, largely celebrated, still to this day, I think. A lot of people would have him as their all-time best wrestler. I think WWE would market him as that, as a retire. You know, many say he's the greatest professional wrestler ever lived. You know, they'd say that about him. They absolutely would. Like, man, imagine if his brain, you know, never turned into expired tapioca, and he lived a normal life, and his kids are grown, and he's old and retired now, and he's not nuts. Nancy's alive, and he's just a retired family man, living off all of his fortunes, you know, making occasional appearances for WWE or in wrestling or AEW or at conventions. He would be the number one on so many smarks list, you know. And I'd be one of them smarks. But unfortunately, I'll never think of him the same way. I'll never think of him in that light. You got to separate the professional and... No, you don't. And I don't, and I won't. I will always look at that guy as somebody that murdered 2 innocent people. You got to separate it. No, not. You can separate it, but I'm not. Oh, Jericho. I mean, technically, Benoit doesn't have to break that. So first it was Val Venus, now it's Bob Holly. I'm like, Val and Bob, can we keep them out of this, please, and let the real wrestlers compete? Yeah, Benoit is wearing that brace over top of his gear there. It's kind of odd. Zach, I've never had a bad celebrity in my restaurant. As a matter of fact, the dude who won the, I saw it pop up on ESPN, the dude who won the PGA Championship today, he's been in no less than 3 times this year alone. But I've never really had a bad one. I guess the worst experience was when I was a waiter, I was a server back in the East Coast. Andre 5000 or whatever, tipped shit, but was super nice. But he tipped shit. Tipped like 5%. What the fuck? I could not believe it. Just didn't know any better. Doesn't understand tipping. Doesn't understand. I'm like, bro, tip. You're rich. I did a lot of work for you. So I was disappointed, to say the least. But he was super nice. He even took a picture with a couple of other customers. and was nice as all hell. Just might be a little stupid. That's all.
Wants it bad enough to really cheat for it. Oh, wow. Finish the pole. Look at that shot. A figure four, but that was a brutal counter by Benoit. Drop kick right to the knee by Jericho.
So that brace is off.
Strategy unfolding here.
Lion salt on the knee. Smart.
Springboard lion salt. But remember, we're looking for submissions, not pins. That's right. You're not going to submit off a lion salt.
You're not going to submit off a lion salt. You might. No, don't hit me with it. I give up. Oh, tarantula? Look at that. That's kind of a tarantula. Although Benoit's neck is just, ugh. Yeah, Tajiri wasn't even in doing this yet, was he? Oh, Andre 3000, Andre 5000. I don't know which thousand he is. You know who he reminded me of and who I thought he looked like? Rip Hamilton from the Detroit Pistons. Oh, Zane, $2. I just saw it. Raw review tomorrow or not? Money in the Bank qualifiers? Yes, we will be here for Raw tomorrow. Probably not a watch along though because I got to do my procedure, so I'll be a little tired. But we'll be here for review. Figured there would be enough to talk about with those qualifiers. Oh, wow. No, Benoit's too close to the ropes. No, maybe not. He, like, fought himself into the middle. Oh, he's got the brace. Oh, that's legal, too. Oh, he hit him with the brace. So, like, is Jericho either going to tap or is he going to, like, pass out, maybe? No, he might have to tap. Is that website in the sign? Unleashed.com? Still around? Nope. Oh, he broke it. Oh, he's just going to reapply it. Yeah, you're fucked. Oh, Jericho's still fighting. Benoit tenacious. Grab that brace and smash him again with it. Oh, he is really cinching back. Oh, is he just going to do the pass out thing? Not quite WrestleMania 13. Instead of blood, it's hair all in Jericho's face. And Jericho's out. Benoit retains. Yeah, referee stopped the match. I was thinking Benoit was going to put the brace around him to do the crossface. Yo, thanks for 10 more, Mike Witt. Appreciate that. I met HBK and Nash in 94 at a Perkins. Oh, man, Perkins was great. Oh, Perkins. Taking me back. Nash was so nice and funny, cracking jokes with us, even bought our meal for us. Holy shit. Sean was a first-class jerk, on the other hand. That's crazy. Nash picked up your tab? I met a lot of wrestlers in Waffle House. Nobody picked up my tab. Cheapskates. Nash is cool like that, though. Perkins was good. I had a Perkins near me. I met the Hardy Boys in a Perkins. But they were just in town doing a local indie show. I kind of lived there near them anyway, so it wasn't really weird to see them, but they were already working matches in WWE, so it was kind of cool. Jeff was like sitting outside in the car with the door hanging open, like on his cell phone, on a 2001 cell phone, whatever year it was. No, it was before that. It was like 98 or 99. All right, so Jericho is trying to get the standing O here a little bit. It was okay. The match wasn't bad. I mean, I guess that's the best way. I mean, that, you know, in a submission match, you don't really have to submit. If you pass out, then that can end the match. It's kind of a cheap way to protect someone, but whatever.
Step in this ring and you'll regret it. Play this game.
Like, I'm curious what the stat is on that. Like, obviously, there's been a ton of submission matches, and I don't know if you can count submission matches and I quit matches as the same thing. You probably can. So if you take all of the submission matches and all of the I quit matches, how many times in those matches did the person actually submit or say I quit? How many times have they done the pass out spot? Feels like a lot.
Boston Complete Center and folks early tonight here on Judgment Day as we follow the misadventures of the
They do that spot in matches without the submission stip. Sometimes that's just the finish of a regular ass match. Look at him, man. I hope I got all this coffee right from Mr. McMahon. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, this is just the replay. Okay.
assaulting the hardcore champion, and look at Briscoe come off those shoulders, defending the title.
So I love that the guy who is the hardcore champion is the one in charge of getting coffee.
Championship belt around, he wouldn't be such a target. He was just going after Vince's coffee. Oh,
Well, I'll tell you what, this should be an interesting interview. Michael Cole with the hardcore champion.
Gerald Briscoe, I'm so glad I caught up with you. I mean, you've been defending this hardcore title 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How has it changed your life?
Michael, it has changed my life so much. You don't have any funny ideas, do you?
You don't have any funny ideas. Who's this?
Michael, my boys
Oh,
at
no.
home are trying to beat me. My neighbors
Oh, these are more NXT guys.
Bristol Brothers Body Shop, they're trying to beat me there. I go to the airport this morning.
Out there is Tyler Breeze.
I mean, I'm looking for striped shirts everywhere. I mean, I go into a restaurant, they're trying to
The other guy is Kevin Owens.
trying to beat me there. I just don't know what I'm going to do. It's just changed my life so much, Michael. I'm beginning to be a nervous wreck. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but it's just driving me fat. So everywhere.
Yeah. Psh, Briscoe taking out Tyler Breeze and Kevin Owens. I love it. NXT, suck it. Oh, look at this! Look at these two.
And one time only. Now, you can be chummy and Triple H all you want to. You can shove Vince McMahon on his ass. That's fine with The Rock. But The Rock says this: you better call that match tonight right down
Yeah.
the middle. And if
Sean fucked him over in that SmackDown pilot. Remember?
between you and The Rock, and it's certainly not going to take 60 minutes.
Yeah. In a shoot, Rock would eat Sean alive. I think in those days.
A tag team table match. DX versus
I mean, the story goes, Rock never liked him, but they had plenty of times where they've been together and they've interacted. Never seems to be any problems, but
and that is not going to be pretty, King. No, it's not. Just for the record, I don't
and maybe that's where some of that Triple H resentment stems from too. You know, Rock and Triple H were never close because Triple H was close with Sean.
that was not a positive conversation.
They're such divas, aren't they? God, just a little high school bullshit. Oh, this is the one. This is the Run DMC song I was just talking about that I like. Where did it go? 1 second.
I'm gonna snap out of it. I promise you, her sins will not go unpunished, my brother. Oh, you must listen to me, because on Judgment Day, Tori will know our name, and we will testify.
Louisville, Kentucky. I wanted to go find aggression. This is the first track. Our Green Machine Tory. Cool. Yeah, we got aggression. I got them all back there. I just went and retrieved this one. Suck it. Where's Billy? He hurt? Or is he the one? What's he doing? What's Billy doing? Billy must be hurt. Here come the Dudleys. God, I miss hearing Howard's. Like, that's something that's just ingrained in my brain. Because I've been to a million shows that Howard Finkel is called, and so to hear his voice, like, in the arena, like, I remember that. It sounds different than it sounds on TV, and it's just cool. I wish I had, like, modern phones back in those days so I could record video and all those damn shows I went to, the pictures I could have gotten. I just took a disposable camera at every show, and the pictures never even came out. They were just faded or blurry, or my thumb's over the fucking flash or whatever. Like, ugh.
Boy, what I'd give to see you go through a table, JR. Why would you say that?
Shh. Why would you say that? That was hilarious. Lawler goes, I'd do anything to see you go through a table, JR. And JR goes, why would you say that? They're about to be friends. Lawler's going to stick up for JR pretty soon here when Taz comes out and messes with him. Why would you say that? That was so funny. The hurt in Jim Ross's voice. Billy hurt. Yeah, I figured Billy must be hurt.
I was hoping to see the Simba Slam. Change made. Road Dogg tagging in. The explosive X-Pac. Can beat you in so many ways.
You thought it was pronounced Louisville? It's Louisville. Or, I always liked, it was a Tom Jackson, right? Louisville. I always remembered that. He probably still does it. He's still on TV, Tom Jackson. The Jackson Berman Sunday recaps were always a weekly routine of mine back when I was dialed into sports. Now I'm fucking oblivious. All right, everybody in this match is alive, and I think most of them are still affiliated or loosely affiliated with WWE. I'm pretty sure X-Pac's on a Legends deal. Bubba, of course, is right up inside the anus of WWE. He lives in there. Devon might be an agent backstage. And Road Dogg, like, right smackdown. He's got to get Tori back in there. Fucking Bubba Ray is top-tier nut gargling when it comes to WWE. He's the all-time world champion. Of that Sean gif, you know the one, you know? Good grief, that guy. The Dudleys have got unfinished business. Now, I know by SummerSlam, because I said I was there, I know that show has got a Road Dogg and X-Pac match on it, so shit must start going sideways here between these guys. And it might start with one of them going through a table and losing here. Eat this. Ooh, cotton candy. All right, Panthers getting close to wrapping it up against Toronto, it sounds like. Pretty soon it's going to start to be time to having the NFL games on again. Remember that every year? It's almost time.
That's artwork. That's an amazing move. And the innovator and originator of the Bronco Buster. Another exchange. Road Dogg in. X-Pac out.
Look at Tori. I know she'd love to get a hand in there.
And she might, but when it's all said and done. Double team by DX. And Bubba's letting his emotions get the better of him here with referee Mike Chioda.
Just run over him, Bubba. There's no disqualification, right?
No, there's only one way to end the match. That's when both men of one team go to the table. Or tables, plural. Bubba Dudley trying to get this crowd, and he has successfully done so.
Mike, yeah, Austin is still hurt. He's going to be back at, I think, like Unforgiven in a couple months. He was at the previous one, remember? When did we watch Backlash 2000? A couple years ago. But he came out when The Rock won the title at the last pay-per-view. That's when he came out, and he was all fat, remember? That Rock sign with the tongue is crazy in the crowd there. Yeah, I'm going to keep my hope up for the Lions, man. You're already writing off the Giants. I'm going to keep my hopes up for the Lions, but I feel like last year, I feel like no matter how good the season is, it's just one bad game where you fuck up and lose, in the playoffs, and that's what sucks. So I don't really care what the record is, I mean, I want them to have good seeding in the playoffs, obviously, but, I don't really give a shit how many games they lose as long as they make it to the playoffs and win the championship. But my fear is they'll go 15-1 and then they'll lose in the second round of the playoffs. After the entire world is all on their bandwagon and they just cough it up and lose again. All right, we got 3 tables in the ring now, so this should be enough to finish this match. No matter what, if all 3 tables are broken, that means somebody wins. On her ample chest. JR. Table everywhere. Tables everywhere. That looks like a solar panel. 10,000 tables out there. My God. Oh, the pump handle thing? Oh. Wasn't even much of a pop for that. Like, the crowd didn't even go crazy. Crowd's kind of quiet.
Dudley did some commentary on that right hand.
Yeah, if you get put through a table there, he can take your place.
Oh, the big shot. Yes. Not a good enough to be deep on. Hook panel slammed by the Road Dogg right through the table. So we are Bubba Dudley away from DX winning this tag team table match.
So both members of the team got to be put through tables.
There you go, Einstein. You're on top of your game as usual.
Oh. Does it count if you go through it when it's leaned up?
He's moving a little bit.
How many tables?
Oh, they're setting up for a 3D.
Oh, X-Pac. Reversal.
Oh. Oh. Power bombed to X-Pac through the table. Now, Devon can technically get back in this. Oh. Oh, my God. Shh. Oh, my God. The two members of opposite teams put the referee through a table.
He can do anything he wants. JR, he's a hardcore champion. We know the Briscoe, he's a taste of the table himself. He got his own sign over there.
Here we go.
Look out here. Here it is. It's over. The Dudleys have won the table match. Hey, wait a minute. What? The referee's down. That's right. The referee went through a table.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't count. Oh, there's Briscoe. Somebody could win the hardcore title right now.
Briscoe's pulling the road dog out of the ring. Briscoe's tainted the evidence. What is that? Just
Oh, no, Tori's going to be tabled.
Tori, what are you doing? Boy, she's Tori. Oh, she was going to slap number right. Tori. Tori's going to get some serious blood tonight. You mean they lit that table for Tori? My God, look at the look on Bella's face. He's damn near demented.
Okay, I'm thinking I was just waiting for him to force that kiss on her, but I guess he's just going to put her through the table instead. Ew.
This match should be over. Oh, no, stick that tongue out now.
Tori's going through it. Oh, Briscoe saves her. Briscoe standing up for women's rights. Oh! X Factor through the table. Is that going to win?
The winners of this match, Road Dogg Jesse James and X-Pac.
And now he raises the hand of the man that threw him through a table. Oh, no, that was Road Dogg. But still. And we got to hear the Run DMC theme again. So that's good. Oh, yeah, there's an R. Kelly name drop in that song, isn't there, in the DX song? Oh, Devon, is somebody going to win the... They're going to put him through the title, or through the table? One of you guys can win the hardcore title if you so choose. Fine Sanctuary. They're just going to 3D Briscoe, I believe, through the table, right?
A victory here. No, because of the abuse of the official.
Extra table bump just for fun. Let's position it all not right and nice. 3D, yeah, we're 3D. Oh. Totally unnecessary. I mean, by the time we got to 2000, this is 25 years ago. I was kind of like over tables. Like, tables were cool, table bumps were cool, but the magic of them was so lost by the time you're putting 76 tables in the ring at once. You know, we still got the TLC fun to have. A couple more of those matches coming. But even today, 25 years later, fans still chanting, "We want tables." I'm like, why? Haven't we seen enough tables? Sure, bring a table out every now and then. But, like, the frequency of which we see a table is too much. It needs to be cut by like 75%.
As I lay me down to sleep,
Oh, it's creepy.
I pray my soul is mine to keep. My soul and never step outside this bed. Never into all the evil. All the evil.
That's right. I do remember those. Like, 'cause I was trying to remember going into this show, we were expecting Undertaker to return. When We Are Pro Wrestling mentioned it was kind of spoiled in the pay-per-view promotional material or whatever. I think it was kind of one of those things where they were telling you but not telling you, because I remember watching that night at home with my friends, and we were definitely expecting to see Undertaker because we were monitoring his injury and return, and he was definitely due to come back. So Judgment Day felt like a perfect time. So I kind of forgot about that part of it, that I do think we kind of knew we were going to see him. Just didn't know exactly where, maybe. All right, so yeah, it's time. Holy shit. Yeah, we got a hour-long Iron Man match here, which I forget how. I don't even remember exactly how, but something gets botched at the end. With the timer. Something with the timer. At Backlash. That video.
Once again, The Rock, WWF champion. This game is not over. It is just beginning. Rock, Judgment Day, you and me, Iron Man match. 60 minutes, Rock. Let's find out who the man is. Let The Rock
They were trading the belt a lot, you know?
Judgment Day, The Rock is officially just gonna kick your candy ass.
Triple H won it in like the late summer, then lost it, then won it back in September, then lost it to Big Show, then won it back, then lost it to Rock, then wins it back here. It's just like ping pong.
The special referee at Judgment Day.
That's only news to Vince McMahon. Big news.
The last time The Rock, Triple H, HBK in the middle of the ring, HBK cost The Rock the WWF title. So Shawn
But then Rock's going to win it back too, isn't he? Isn't Rock going to win it back at King of the Ring or something?
will take his boot and Shawn
So even after this, it changes hands one more time. And then Rock holds it until he drops it to Angle.
call this match the way it should be called.
I think he wins it back at King of the Ring in that funky tag or something.
No future.
Whose side is Shawn going to be on? The Raw Triple H 60-minute Iron Man match.
1 hour. One at the end with the most balls win. 60 minutes. And you go the distance. And you hang, Rock. 1 hour. As good as you are.
I mean, Rock had a couple of feuds like this. The one with Foley was the same thing. Him and Triple H and him and Foley both just traded that title. Like rapid fire title changes in like a really short amount of time. That's how you pad legacies.
Considering what The Rock is gonna do to you, 1 hour isn't long enough. You will look into my eyes, and you will know that I am the game, and that I am that damn feel all The Rock's pain, all The Rock's anger, all The Rock's fury. 1 hour. Every ounce of sweat, every drop of blood. 60 minutes. The Rock is going into Judgment Day, walking out, undisputed champion, walking out, WWF champion. Can you go the distance?
Yeah, Barry, that's what it was. It's something with the time limit at the end and something didn't work out right. But it still got the belt back on Triple H.
Now time for the 60-minute Iron Man match.
Are they going, oh my God, guys. I don't even want to know.
The individual
I don't even want to know. When Undertaker comes out, what are we going to hear?
will be the winner.
I don't think he has enough time to get out there on the motorcycle to really kick into Kid Rock's theme because there's that beginning part, right? But if it's a dub of You're Gonna Pay, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to send a Vine or an Instagram. And I'm going to voice my displeasure. Look at Sean, you fucking fat ass. You look terrible. Sean, you look physically terrible. I'm totally body shaming him right here. But I remember noticing him. He just doesn't seem like the tanned, muscular Sean, you know? He seems out of shape. He's pale as all hell. And he's wearing, which is fine, but dress appropriately for that. He's out here wearing this skimpy ass shit. You don't really look good in it right now. I mean, he's still got the muscles there, but, you know, he's been in better shape. He's seen better days. He got his act together by the time he came back in 02. He looked great. Maybe the back thing limited what he could do physically, but he just, ugh, God. It's just the outfit doesn't match. He should not be trying to dress sexy and wearing fucking Daisy Dukes out there. Oh, my time. This is my favorite trip. Maybe not my favorite. I like Motorhead, but I do love this theme. With Stephanie. God, everybody's out there. Vince, Shane. One hour of seeing Sean's outfit. This is it's secretly a punishment. That's right. That fully loaded and Unforgiven matches had some almost title changes. Benoit, I think, was even announced the winner, at least one of those. Maybe both. I remember buying I think it was like the Volume 4 CD and like blasting it in my car. Oh, Fink just did that here? I wasn't listening. Thanks for that, Foxstar. I didn't hear. Did he say it here or did they edit it out? But Fink incorrectly introduced Triple H as champion. And it's not the last time it happens. We're getting a promo before the Iron Man match? All right, so Triple H is sending away his family.
I want to do it for me, and I want to do it in front of all the people by myself.
Well, that's gaming. He's sincere. That's very admirable.
Steph is a trash bag hoe. I swear the China is my dad signs were the equivalent of the eat corn the long way signs now. Everybody who takes them thinks they're so clever. Like, you're only the 75,000th person to do that. Crazy. I didn't realize that when Finkel made the introduction there. He's about to be champion. I wonder if Finkel knows he did, and he's sitting there going, fuck, fuck, fuck. Yesterday in the podcast, I think I called Beach Break Beach Blast at least twice. So, you know, it happens. There it is. That sign with the tongue. That's the creativity I like. The People's Balcony. He was so over. It was pretty wild. Like, you know, when you get somebody as over as Steve Austin, and then somebody else comes around and gets as over as him. Like, that's just... I mean, I still think Austin always had the edge, but the fact that you had two of them going at the same time is still just wild to think about. Like, those guys should have been in their own separate generations on their own, you know, for as popular as they got. And they were, like, going at the same time. That's a championship Shawn never held, that big blue. I always thought it would be weird if he came back and won that belt. It's so much bigger now, you know, than the Winged Eagle. And Shawn was never really a large wrestler, so I always thought, it's like when he won the big gold, it just looked huge on him. Like a little kid wearing it. Looked like if I wore it.
And remember, the man with the most falls at the end of the 60 minutes will be the WWE champion. Falls can be earned by pinfall, or submission, or countout, or disqualification. Talk a little trash.
Gotta be hard if you're not a referee to be a referee for an Iron Man match.
I bet neither of those two guys are mic'd. I wish they were. So much animosity in this awesome rivalry between these two young studs.
It's like, Jesus, these two, the face-to-face, you want a piece of pumpkin pie with your cappuccino? My God.
See, this is what I talked about earlier. I mean, the amount of energy these guys are expending right now, this is not smart on either one of their parts. I know they both want to take it to each other, tooth and nail, but you got to be smart in this match. It's an hour.
I mean, the rivalry really was cool. I mean, it was all started at that when Shawn lost his smile. It's interesting he's in the ring for this. You know, when the night that Shawn lost his smile, that was the beginning of all this. Rocky Maivia beat Hunter Hearst Helmsley for the Intercontinental Championship in '97. And then, you know, when Rock joined the Nation, they feuded with DX. And Rock and Triple H had the feud again for the Intercontinental title. And then it took them into these years where they're feuding for the world title. And now they're both in humongously giant positions in TKO. Like, it's really nuts when you think about it. It's a shame they kind of don't like each other. You can kind of tell that. I'm thinking back to that Raw in Lowell in that weird building when Rock beat him, that someday these two guys would be running the whole thing. It's just nuts. Along with Shawn, who's going to be crying his nutsack off later on when he forfeits the title. Just Smitty, Rock, and Triple H have real life heat. I think they're cool, but there is a tension there that I just think has always existed. And, you know, Triple H, you know, all those wrestlers he named, all that history I just described between Triple H and The Rock, you don't think The Rock would be a name Triple H might mention in his Hall of Fame? You know, based on somebody who, you know, was a good rival of his and had some of his more memorable matches, you know, like, and there's all the different levels their feud went through, too. You know, I feel like if you're bringing up The Undertaker, you got to bring up The Rock. And I also think Rock has been creatively outvoted a couple times, you know. And I think Triple H is probably a little bit annoyed at The Rock and probably wish Rock wasn't around. That's just all guesses. But I wouldn't be surprised if any of that was reality. All right, they're trying to wrestle here. Sean's down, making these counts. Oh, thank you for that, Fox Star. Appreciate the 20, man. And now here comes the fact check I have to give to the commentary for this match. They inaccurately claim the longest The Rock has ever been in the ring. Prior to this was his fully loaded 98 match, which I believe was also against Hunter, right? It wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but you definitely do. But yeah, I'm like that too. If I hear something that the announcers say wrong, I always call it out. Zane G, $2, you lost your smile. Have you checked? You know that one drawer that's kind of in the back of the kitchen that you put all your like sauce packets and stuff in? It might be in there. That's where mine was. I had to dig through the sweet and sour sauce. There it was, right there. Hope you find it, man. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you're counting the Royal Rumble match, okay, yeah, then he was definitely there from the beginning, and he was the last one in with Austin. So that's the longest he's been in the ring. So they are wrong, but if they just would have added in a one-on-one match to that sentence, they would have been right. So they were mostly right, but I see what you're saying. I mean, Royal Rumble is a match, so it counts. And thank you for 10 more there, Foxy. All right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I didn't miss a fall, did I? Just went to go to say goodbye to Elizabeth real quick. Zane, oh, yeah, I know. But I thought maybe you also lost your smile. I do like that we got an Iron Man match here that had multiple finishes. You know, and Vince didn't have that, protective mindset that he had in '96. When the competition was so fierce with them in WCW, I can't beat my top stars, I can't pin my own guys, and that's probably why we got a nothing match, because he didn't want to, he probably saw it as beating Brett and Shawn multiple times in a match makes them look bad. But now it didn't matter, shit. Have they? Okay, no. Oh, they're there. I was like, I can barely see those WWF logos on the ring or on the turnbuckles. Oh, man. Sneezed. Oh, yeah, Vontae, the old fuzzy pay-per-view channel. I watched a few shows like that. When I was a kid, you know, my parents didn't buy me every pay-per-view. You know, I got most of the WrestleManias and an occasional one here or there. But, you know, some of them, a lot of those Rumbles I remember listening to on the Scramble. Oh, God, yeah, there you go. Pin him down. All right, 50 minutes left, so we are 10 minutes in.
Maybe we overthought the Shawn Michaels element in this matchup.
Well, I just couldn't help but smell a rat when Linda McMahon signed Shawn Michaels to be the referee here.
What do you mean by that?
Linda's always trying to throw a monkey wrench into her husband's plans, and I can't understand why. She's had the life of Riley thanks to Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah, imagine Rock versus, like, peak HBK, you know? Jesus, imagine if Shawn would have never gotten hurt and he was still wrestling at a high level. And he wasn't a piece of crap. Oh, my God, those matches would be great. I think they'd be better than Brock and Triple H matches. Oh, rock bottom. Just like that. Are we going to get a quick finish? Yes. 1-0 Rock. 1-0. So Rock basically just beat Triple H in 11 minutes. So if it was a regular main event, we'd be going home. Rock retains.
But you know what? If you look at this realistically, The Rock, it's almost like being up too, because if this thing ends in a tie, The Rock still, it's like Rock wins still, because it's a tie.
No rest period between falls.
There's no rest period.
This match's clock continues to run.
Who put that rule in? Not the game.
There's no rest period. Yeah, Lawler's called an Iron Man match before, but still hasn't seen a finish in one. Or a fall.
And he's not even a drinker. It's loopy. That rock bottom will tend to do that to you. Now both men on the outside here, and both could be counted out if Shawn Michaels decides to call this at the letter of the law. Look out.
Oof. Good old Jim Dotson there. Saw him close up a bunch of times. I had good seats back in the day. He was always around getting people out of the way.
Devastating. And any one of these moves could cause an injury out here.
Reversal, and Rock got dropped face first. Rock out on the railing.
Braun is asking The Rock if he wants to. Yes, if he wants to give it up. I don't think The Rock doesn't give it up out here.
Triple H bought himself a little bit of
Brock's
time.
not giving it up.
Intelligence. Well, I'll tell you, I'm surprised Triple H didn't get back in the ring and see if Rock got counted out. That counts the same as a pinfall. And that may be exactly what Triple H is going to do here. Beat Rock up and up from the outside to where the WWE champion can't re-enter the ring.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Triple H taking a big chance there.
the new one. What show was it when Rock landed in your lap as in Peacock? No, it was a house show. They did really cool stipulation matches all the time at live events. And they would do good numbers. And we had we were second row on the aisle. So basically right in the corner of the entrance there. So it was basically second row and then right on the aisleway corner. So it was just fucking badass seats. And they had I guess a no-holds-barred match because it was whenever Rock was wrestling in the shirt and the workout pants, and he was wearing like his Brahma Bull shirt, the workout pants, and like 2 elbow pads, and they were brawling all over the arena, and he got thrown into the barricade, and then Austin clotheslined him over top, and he was right there on top of us. It was very cool, but it was just a house show.
I'm telling you, if The Rock were to get another fall, you get up to it.
I've had second and first row seats a couple times at live events. It's so fun. Everybody's just goofing off in the ring. They're just messing around.
The Rock can take the game's legs from him, and he is doing right now. That's going to change the whole complexion and the whole strategy of this match.
And remember, from this point, for every fall The Rock takes down, Triple H has got to take 2.
The only picture, I do have one picture I have a few pictures from that event, but I have a really good one of Owen. And I'll dig it out and find it at some point and show some of those pictures. I have a ton, but they're just so shitty and faded and they don't look good. But I have one picture of Owen on the top rope. It was taken like from this angle, he's right up there, and I just got a good shot of him. And it was just months before he died. That's when the show was. It was leading up to Mania at some point.
And now The Rock focusing on that left knee.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm concerned. We're now 15 minutes into this, and I think Triple H is...
Yeah, this is smart by The Rock. I mean, he's up 1-0. 15 minutes in. Let's take out a wheel here. This is something Brett would do.
worried about Triple H's stamina. I mean, I know he's told us he's the game, but he's looking like he's worn down.
You got to see how he plays through pain. There's no doubt that knee's got to be aching.
Did he overestimate or did he underestimate what the hour was going to be like?
Or The Rock.
I think Ric Flair claims that he wrestled Harley Race for an hour or Ricky Steamboat for an hour 25,000 times, something like that. Some Hogan level embellishment. 25,000 times. I'm like, nah, it's probably like 18.
What's he gonna do here? The Rock's got the figure 4 locked in. The longer Triple H stays in this, the more damage it's doing to his legs. The cut, the count. Oh, the pain so excruciating. The game wasn't aware of his shoulders being down. I'm not so sure that he shouldn't give up. He's got 43 minutes of...
No, he can't give up on this. He cannot afford to get down 2-0.
Key, one of his legs is broken.
Can't afford that either.
That's my point. And The Rock has got this figure 4. Oh, there's another count.
Oh, whoa, that was close. You're right. The Rock's got it cinched in. I don't see him getting out of this.
The game has got to think of some strategy or something here.
He's going to try to turn The Rock. He's going to try to reverse this.
If The Rock goes on The Rock's stomach, advantage.
That's a Vince thing. If The Rock goes on The Rock's stomach, because if JR would have said if The Rock goes on his stomach, Vince would go, whose stomach? I think JR got yelled at one time for that, and then he starts repeating. It just sounds weird when he says that. If The Rock rolls on The Rock's stomach, where a normal person would just say, when The Rock rolls on his stomach. Pronouns, pal. Referee Shawn Michaels standing over them with his booty shorts.
And what toll did the figure 4 have on both these magnificent competitors?
I think it was worse on Triple H than it was The Rock.
True story. When working with Gronk Grok, just for funsies, I was doing a rebooking of Rock's title run in 2000 and changed this Iron Man match to Rock versus Shawn with Hunter as the special ref. That's funny. I see the Grok on Twitter a lot. Do I have to, like, download Grok, or can I just ask Grok shit? I haven't gotten into AI. I have not downloaded a single application of any kind. I guess I should start at least understanding the basics of it because it's taken over. But I don't do a chat GPT or any of that stuff yet, and I guess I should probably get on that, right? Like, if I want to create, like, an AI image, I'm not going to ever do that, and I'm never going to use it for thumbnails or anything like that. But, like, what do I do? You know? Where do I go? What program do I use? If I say, show me a picture of The Rock riding a donkey, you know, in the middle of downtown Cleveland, you know, and I'll get this beautiful picture of doing that, of him doing that. Like, where do I go to do that? You know? I'm so out of the loop. I'm out of the AI loop. The only AI I know is Allen Iverson. But I can spot it pretty easily. I don't get fooled by AI at all. Not even close. My parents do all the time. The good news is I think social media is going to be so abusive of AI that it will train humans to be on the lookout for it. And, you know, hopefully only the very, very old and the very, very gullible will be affected. You know, but most people are going to look at everything and question it, you know.
Well, because Triple H is standing and The Rock is down.
I think some fan took a cheap shot and slugged Triple H.
Still 1-0. This thing really kicks up. It's got to in like maybe the last 20 minutes. They're pacing themselves. I like how they got that early fall out of the way. And if I remember right, let's see if I have not watched this match in ages, decades. I want to say, I thought Triple H went out to a big lead. Or maybe one of them went out to a big lead. Maybe it's Rock. Unless Triple H comes firing back here.
Who's going to win this match or who's going to lose this match. I mean, it doesn't matter. This 60 minutes, these men may never, ever be the same again.
Holy shit, Panthers are destroying, or it's over. End of third. Panthers have won 6-1. They are going to advance.
Look at his shoulder. Look at his arm shaking. Oh, come on, Rock.
Triple H forcing the Rock back down. Shawn Michaels got a good look at those shoulders. And The Rock, will he stay down this time? No, he won't.
What's this knee? Come on, put that knee back in that right in his heart like he did before, Triple H.
Triple H forcing the shoulders. Here we are. And The Rock again. And now the lateral press. And that doesn't work.
No, it's going to take more than that.
Oh, I love that. I used to have that Taz shirt.
Somewhat frustrated at this juncture.
Got that right. Somebody needs to reach down right now. I don't know which one, but somebody needs to reach down and come up with some sort of flurry. I mean, they need to come out with some firepower right here. I don't think either the other one would. Here comes.
Here comes.
Hands are down. His head is a target. Uh-oh. And The Rock back to that knee. Rock back to the knee that he punished with a figure four leg lock earlier. Fighting back. And oh my God.
Over the top.
His back just hit our table. And the table's not going to move much.
Oh, it's not. Now you know what? Sean should be counting. There we go. Count. Oh my.
Rock can get countered out and we're even the score here at one apiece. But Triple H now coming around. That's going to break the count, which may have been a little slow.
I think he sees an opportunity for a revision.
Oh,
To the steel steps. Both knees of Triple H. Run into the steel steps.
oh my God.
Triple H, this got turned inside out.
Oh, that could be real.
I saw that Taz shirt, right?
Maybe another patient for Dr. Jim Andrews,
Oh, Dr. Jim Andrews shout out already? Holy crap.
Alabama. And that That left knee of Triple H took a pounding.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that shirt might be tucked in. I'd like to think it's not, but it is the year 2000. So, yeah, I got long hair. You can't tell. It's pulled back in a ponytail. Yeah. The old Taz shirt.
Right downtown.
And yes, I had a girlfriend.
Ripping at that knee and driving the elbow again right into the knee of Triple H. You can't win if your legs are gone. And it looks like Triple H's legs are almost gone. Rock with a leg grapevine. He's trying to put the pressure on the knee, the left knee of the game. And Shawn Michaels.
There ain't no way. I know it's a 5-4 finish, something like that, but there's no way we get a submission here. It's all pinfalls, I think.
This match was just getting underway. I gotta hand it to The Rock because
These guys don't do submitties.
I was thinking that The Rock was gonna go out there, fist and fire and expend all of his energy, but he hasn't done that. He's paced himself.
And we thought.
Now, it's so funny. Sean's shirt is untucked. So now he just looks like he's just wearing a shirt with no pants. Look how weird he looks. He just looks like he has no pants on.
Triple H raking the eyes. I don't care how strong you are, those eyes are so sensitive. And Triple H just got. He just
Like, I wonder if Sean regrets, like, just not wearing just some pants, you know?
again, the game bought himself a little bit of time. But I don't know if there is enough time. 35 minutes left. If he can get back to this ball game, even though he's only down 1-0.
Only 1-0. Oh, that's huge in a match like this, JR.
One right hand by Triple H. And right to the Rock. Oh, right back on the knee. Right back on the knee. It's the Rock. Will he go for the figure 4 again?
This could stay at 1-0. There may not be any more falls.
And the Rock looking for the figure 4. And Triple H countered. And oh, the Rock. Look out. Triple H moved it. They got a pedigree. He countered the figure 4. There's a pedigree. Is it? Yes.
Wow, got it with a pedigree. Both guys have gotten a pinfall win with their finisher. Yeah, Donald Duck in it. I'm like, who is your mom? I'm thinking Winnie the Pooh. Donald Duck. Donald Duck in it.
Huge mistake here.
He just looks ridiculous.
His elbow pads, he should be back on top.
Look how weird he looks, just with no pants. He just looks like he's wearing, like, underwear.
That's a blatant choke.
The championship match, referee out there in his underwear.
He physically pulled Triple H off of the chokehold.
Thought there was no disqualification.
No, there is. You get disqualified, it counts the same as a pinfall. Or a submission.
Yeah, JR, did he say ball game? A ball game for that fall. But the ball game continues.
Great right hands by the game after delivering an awesome pedigree. The Rock's brain still got to be rattled. Oh, look at this. There's a counter. Oh, look out. There's an inside cradle. Inside cradle. And Triple H. The Rock is
Inside cradle, Triple H is now taking the lead. Ay, ay, ay. It's scary stuff. Tito is passed out on the couch over there, upside down, with his legs all up like that.
Let him stay out there and go for a count out here, Triple H. Got a free one here.
All the Rock's got to do is tie it up and then hold out. Because a tie score, advantage, WWF champion.
Yeah, but right now it's advantage the game.
Yeah, that's true. If it is a tie, Rock. So Triple H has to like win.
The Rock he just has not
Because unfortunately, a few months earlier, Gorilla Monsoon passed away. So he cannot come out and make sudden death. Well, nobody can be counted out when... I mean, if it's a double count out, do you even bother? Like, adding each guy as getting a fall? Does it matter? feel like it would just cancel out.
I don't think The Rock knows where he is. This'll tell him. Uh-oh, The Rock.
Up against those gratings.
Well, that was a shock. The impact of that could be felt right through your television set. Come on, Shawn, get him back in the ring. Shawn Michaels is not.
Who are those two people lurking back there by that ladder?
I'm glad. I like that. And The Rock, what's he gonna do here?
Me and my buddy, we got behind there once. We got behind the Tron. Right down there where they're all going in and out. We were not supposed to be there. We just walked right back there.
And Triple H will still be up for him. Right. That carpet is there for aesthetic purposes. Not for protection, I can assure you. And that is concrete. Those two gladiators are lying on. And we are almost halfway through this tremendous matchup.
I love the stark contrast in WWE and WCW's heads of security. You had Grandpa Dillinger over there. And then this stud.
I misspoke. Right. That's what, you know what? You're just speaking what you wish. You wish The Rock was up 2-1. Watch your back, Rock. Watch your back. The champion and the challenger coming back our way. And oh my.
Ugh.
His heart was in the suplex.
What pay-per-view did they do in July of 2000? Would it be Vengeance? How many pay-per-views in a row? Because they would work Mania, then Backlash, then here, then King of the Ring, and they definitely work SummerSlam.
As will Triple H did.
Right now, this is officially the longest match The Rock has ever been in.
And Triple H.
So that's like 5.
The Rock looks a little more tired.
I don't remember what's the July 2. Oh, Fully Loaded. Fully Loaded. Okay, no, they didn't work together. Fully Loaded. Triple H worked with Jericho. Rock worked Angle. Or no, Rock worked Benoit. That's right. So they had a gap. But they worked 5 out of 6 pay-per-views in a row. That's nuts.
And these two men just beating the hell out of each other on the outside. And Shawn Michaels is
the only one back in the ring. He's begging these guys to get in the ring.
I like how Shawn sold. Triple H got thrown into the apron, but then they cut to Shawn in the ring, who does a little sell.
his chisel anatomy tape.
I used to think twin brothers could feel each other.
BS count out.
I'll say what he said. They're going to fight until they get back in the ring. I agree. I got him back. Shawn Michaels. He's calling it down the middle.
Fully Loaded is one of my favorite shows ever. Because I felt like it was a tryout of a top spot for those 3 guys. Angle, Jericho, Benoit. We're going to take the 3 of you guys, put up the top 3 guys in the company and see how you do. They all lost. All of them lost, but Benoit came close. Jericho put up a fight against Triple H, earned his respect. And Angle lost to Taker, but Angle would wind up beating Taker when he became champion. So... I need to revisit a Fully Loaded review. I'm pretty sure I did one 12 years ago, so I should maybe do another one. Rewatch it. Pile driver. Yeah, they worked. They were in the Armageddon, and that worked. Pile driver won the match. Look at that pile driver being used as a finish. So yeah, I knew Triple H went up had a pretty good lead here. I thought I remembered that right. So he's won 3 straight falls after The Rock took a 1-0 lead. Yeah, we definitely would have watched Fully Loaded 2000 by now. I would have picked it for sure. So yeah, we've watched it too, but we could always revisit.
Sure you never wrestled before, JR? Just me the English language a few times. Right now, The Rock has got to get back to this thing in a huge stand by the game. The game. You got to believe he'll take no high risk. The next 26 minutes and change.
Well, I'll tell you one high risk the game.
Yeah, now it's time for Triple H to play defense. Big time. Big time.
He's going to do it on his own. He sent Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, and his wife Stephanie to the back. That was risky right there.
And it was certainly, again, if it was sincere, it was a hell of a maneuver.
I mean, the rivalry these two would wind up having, you know, when Shawn would come back to wrestle. Just crazy. We're just a couple years away from that kicking off.
Exactly right. Look at this. Well, that caught Triple H unaware. Triple H, however, reverses and catches a rock. The pace has quickened here. Here we go. There's a cover. There's a cover. And a near fall.
I'm telling you, The Rock cannot.
It would take about 6 years from this point for them to reunite as DX members after a good 4 years of hellacious feuding.
Offensive flurry that took it to another gear.
3.5 at least, whatever that was.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know, but I think Triple H has got something even more devastating in mind. Where's the game, JR?
The game now up on top. And I don't know. Look out.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. The game got arms around right up the top rope. And now both things been a deal.
Triple H that is not being defensive. What are you doing now?
They're in the ring. Shawn Michaels can count them both out.
That won't do any good.
But it will keep up the odds for the advantage.
I mean, imagine if Brett and Shawn,
Triple H.
you know, in at WrestleMania 12, would have just been like 4-3. Even 3-2 would have been all right. You know, just anything that's like a little bit nail biting, has some excitement, has multiple falls. But in the mid 90s, it was very easy to kind of see Vince's mentality. He was very transparent and protective.
Triple H is stirring. The count stops at 9.
But he was letting it all hang out in these days, creatively. Like, whatever. Pin a guy under a forklift? Sure. Let's do it.
And The Rock is looking Freedom Ring with those big-time right hands.
I would think that this would be a good time to get out of there, Hunter. Take a powder.
Now, Triple H can get counted out and still be up 1.
I don't mean get out there and get counted out. I mean just take a 9 count or something.
Rock met Triple H with a reverse elbow, knocking down the game. And now The Rock. Oh, he's maneuver here. There's a cover. 1, 2.
Oh, I thought Rock was really going to win with that.
And The Rock now. Quickening the pace and the high knee from the game. Caught The Rock in the face. Another one. How close is that?
Triple H, I don't know if does he get another fall? I'm not sure.
Right, that might have been insurmountable for The Rock. I don't think The Rock
Does he go up 4-1? I feel like that he might even tack one more on. I can't remember.
decision.
Rock's cut. He's bleeding. These guys are just.
I cannot believe they never pulled off a nation reunion because everybody's alive. You could literally have everybody.
Almost 24 minutes still left to go.
You could have brought them in for something fun. Even had The Rock be a part of it.
Seen Triple H plus The Rock.
They could all do the little thing. Like, oh my God, it'll be great. I'd mark out.
Look at that. Triple H sees that blood. He's going for it like a shark.
After their bodies have ravaged the concrete.
And then maybe while they're doing that, DX comes out dressed as the nation. Mizark returns.
Not be standing.
And Belo.
Versus The Rock. Uh-oh. Caught in the sleep. Oh, what a smart move. The sleeper hold. The Rock, as is Triple H, very fatigued. And the Triple H cutting up the flow of blood to the brain. The Rock's got to counter somehow.
Yeah, but Triple H has not got it on good. He's got to get around behind the Rock. Get around, make your way behind the Rock where you get that pressure fully on him.
But King, you got to factor in that.
But it's on his side of Roy.
But you got to factor in the fatigue.
Oh, he's got him now. He's behind the Rock.
Triple H has got that figure 4 locked in.
Figure 4.
Or the sleeper. Thinking figure 4 of The Rock. I'm sorry.
Come on. I think he's out.
Everybody's got to check The Rock's arms. And The Rock is fading and fading fast. And so may be the WWF title.
If he keeps that cinched up, do you realize that, I mean, if the Rock goes out here,
Yeah, he's down to 20 minutes. At what point can you just run away out of the ring?
maybe 3.
Would have finished WrestleMania 12 if Brett would have just gone up 5-0 and won and retained the title. That would have been great. I would have marked out. Something's going on in the crowd. Some girl's probably flashing. Oh, yeah, Barry, I agree. I don't think I would want a resurrection of the nation to, like, do things in storylines. I just meant, like, I was thinking more along the lines of a segment, like a reunion segment. Bring them all out with the music and do the thing. Like, something like that would be fun, but we never really got it. But I hated the DX reunion. I never liked the 2006 version or any other version after that they did. It was just as bad as the resurrection of ECW, you know? Maybe not as bad. That was pretty bad.
That not only takes it physically out of the Rock, it takes it out of him emotionally. He knows he needs it. He came that close to getting it, and then it was snatched away from him.
Both men back up somehow, and The Rock goes back to that big-time right hand of his. He's dancing with what brought him, the right hand.
Oh, Rock missed. Rock missed his little float over thing. And he wins with the float over move. Holy shit. That was like the first move he was ever doing. You watch early Rock stuff, as early Rock stuff as you can find. You know, that's what he's doing. That's Warehouse Rock right there. The float over DDT, which he botched, wound up still hitting it, and got the fall. Oh yeah, if they came out, there was no like hose with Godfather, all the fans would be sad. Yeah, maybe. I'd like to think that they could handle themselves for a little while without the Ho train for a couple of minutes while we enjoy a nice Nation of Domination reunion. But I guess that's too much to ask for. Mario, when I think about Hulk Hogan, I don't compare him to others. I think about a pathologically lying racist piece of shit. That is why there's an anti-Hulk Hogan trend these days. Nobody needs to tell you that. All you got to do is just search. Hulk Hogan says stupid shit. You're going to find an endless supply. But if you want to start whatabouting people, then that's a whole different conversation, not meant for a watch-along stream. So if you're desperate to find Hulk Hogan sympathizers, just roll up on any conservative website you can find and you'll find them. Oh, nice. I still think Triple H gets one more before The Rock ties it up. I swear. Right now, it's 3-2. Yes, I did see that clip. What were they up in the stands there, just shouting down at Triple H during the middle of like pre-production there at Raw or whatnot? He's like, what is it, the fucking fans up there? Like, what an asshole. He's such an asshole. Triple H hasn't been endearing himself lately to the fans.
He's finally figured out what we said. Try to avoid. Uh-oh. Here comes that Jericho.
Oh, disqualification. Tie ball game. Sean DQ'd his friend. I wish Gerald Briscoe could, like, run down to the ring and give Sean some pants. He'd be doing us all a favor, you know? Triple H using the ropes, you piece of shit. And he wins with it. He got the fall back. Even Steven. He's even Steven. Oh, we got blood. Whose blood is that? Rocky's blood? Oh, Rocky's blood. Yeah, we got Rock busted open. Nice, Chris. Thanks for the time. If you've never watched this pay-per-view, I'm glad. I love that. I love when we're watching a show that somebody hasn't seen. Because a lot of times it's the first time for me because it's been so long since I've seen most of these shows that I forget a lot of them. Unless they're, like, wicked famous, then I'll remember. Buy or sell, Saved by the Bell or California Dreams. I never watched either. I don't even know California Dreams. Saved by the Bell I know enough of because I have sisters. And I always ragged on the show, and I always made fun of it and talked about how stupid it was and told them how stupid they were for watching it. I was ruthless. I should apologize to them for that. So I hated Saved by the Bell. Thought it was a crock of shit. I was a little too old for that show. That's another problem. Plus, I was in high school, and it was nothing like that. Although, I wasn't going to high school in California.
I can only say, think how proud Stephanie must be of her man watching back there from her luxury suite.
The Rock got hammered with a steel chair. He's got to be literally out on his feet, and the game going back to that.
Mike, you never understood the inclusion of Owen into the nation? There's no blacks only rule there. They just all happen to be. They're the nation of domination. Owen needed a new family. He found one in the nation. I'm so glad we had Owen in the nation. He fit right in, if you ask me.
Are you nuts? Rock is barely. Are you moving? Are you quit?
Nothing wrong with a little Oreo cookie. Nothing wrong with that.
You're watching. Shawn Michaels taking the hand, the chair shot, and this sleeper hold, and the
We all came from the same place. Oh, man. I was in the building. That whole process started, too. I was there when Owen turned heel. It was in Hampton, I think. It was the same set of tapings that DX invaded WCW.
Rock's eyes almost rolling back in his head.
I think I heard Shawn Michaels say this is it, and I agree.
God, we got a close-up of HB Taint. No thanks. Good grief, cameraman. Look at him getting down there, getting a piece. Look at him. He's like, oh, I'm going to shoot me some of that. Oh! Look at that picture as Sean's taint lowers into frame. Do we have to? Oh, he's out. Yeah. 5-3? Get another one. 5-3 with 12 minutes left. Holy crap. I mean, props to Triple H. He really did send the McMahons away, and he's got a 5-3 lead on The Rock. The most I know about... Actually, I do know a lot about Saved by the Bell because I watch Zach Morris's Trash. And what a piece of shit that guy is. Oh, my God. So I do watch Zach Morris's Trash.
Pride comes
Sean doesn't have a clue where his pants is. There we go. Rock's fighting back. You got some work to do, son. You're down 5-3. You got like 10 minutes left. Triple H could just leave. Triple H is going to do the thing. Yep. It's like you always know when Triple H is going to do the bump. Cameraman did not know. If I was the cameraman, he wouldn't hit me. Because I would have said, Triple H is about to do his thing. Yeah, the actor who plays Zach Morris is great. I like him. He had a cameo in Weeds, too. He got to put it to, what's her face, to Nancy Botwin. Mary Louise. But Zach Morris, what a piece of shit. I saw the other one, Ricky Steamboat, whatever his name is. Saw him at Survivor Series a few years back in L.A. No, Rock kicks out.
Somehow, some way, the WWE champion got his left shoulder off the canvas at the 10-minute mark. You're exactly right. That would have definitely
10 minutes, 5-3. I love how they have this scoreboard right there. It's awesome.
9:57 to go. Over 50 minutes has elapsed.
Do they have it on the hard cam side, too, for the fans over there?
Off that clock goes against the Rock. And again, the game going up top. May not be the most pretty moment. But he wanted to
Be defensive, Lawler says.
He just out. Quality take a hard
Yeah, it's real American beer. Nope, it is not.
use of Triple H's head like a punching
It's California beer.
hanging on Triple H. A Rock pugnacious to the headbutt. And that's a Triple H has rarely used that maneuver. That was got to be out of desperation. Right, because that's
I will make it my life's ambition to never purchase or taste a real American beer. I hopefully will not even be in the same room with it, if I can help it. Big superplex. Man, Rock, you are still down 2. The fans are like, come on. Those fans in the front row, they are like going through it. It's a great Iron Man match. I don't, it pains me to say it, but I do rank it higher than Brett and Sean. And I got the damn plaque of that match sitting right up there. But this one's better. This one's better. This one's more fun. Ugh. He's hooking. Why even hook the leg? Like, if you're just going to touch his knee brace, like, why even hook the leg? You're not really hooking. You're not securing anything down. You know, he can easily kick out of your fingers.
Rock is realizing it. And we are 8 minutes left. It's slipping away, and he knows it. Just under 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, somebody told me WWE posted the Vault, or the Vault channel posted this match today. That's cool and ironic.
Now you got to go. You have got to. You got to reach way down in there. Oh,
We'll eventually watch something on there. They'll post something that's going to line up perfectly with what we want to do.
both of these guys are exhausted.
And we'll just watch it on YouTube. I can put the link right in the description. You guys can just click it, go right over there, and link up. It'll be perfect.
And Rock's lost a lot of blood here.
I just wish if you're watching a show or watching a YouTube video, you could show it, but you can't.
Triple H and that vile chair shot just a few minutes ago. Now Rock's got, he pulls this out, it'll be a miracle. But if anybody can do it, it's the people's champion. It's the Rock.
He's a miracle man, all right, but JR, I don't. We're 6:57 left. I don't think that there are that many miracles left for The Rock. Triple H somehow gets one more fall. It's definitely over.
Nope.
Well, what are they doing here? Triple H down, and the Rock. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Rock catapulted Triple H face first into the ring post. Steel meets skull at 6.5 minutes.
I'm glad I'm about 5 minutes away from getting clarification on how they botched this ending.
Triple H can shut down the offense, it would seem. Stay away. Put the thing in a delay. Hey, wait a minute. Triple H. I don't understand. Triple H is... I'm just pulling up my monitor. Come on. Pull it on mine, too.
Oh, yeah, we got to have the old table spot. You guys only got 5 minutes left. You better execute this table spot and have time to recover from it. Yeah, Barry, you know me. I've been thinking about Twitch for the longest time, but Twitch just seems like a platform that I don't connect with. I've been on it a couple times. I actually created an account thinking I would start doing streams, but I don't get it, and I don't know if I really grow an audience over there. I'm probably better off just staying here. But I do have the option for Patreon to do these after the fact, I can re-upload these, but we can't, it wouldn't be live. It would just be watching these. I used to put a bunch of those up back in the day, but they didn't get a ton of traction, so I kind of stopped doing it, but I could always restart. Pedigree, God, that looks so good. The table didn't even break. Table of steel, but it did kind of bend. Sean, oh my God, that's so good. Sean's trying to whisper to Rock and Triple H, but Sean sees the camera, so Rock moved up a little closer so Sean's face would be concealed. Okay, so Rock's going to get a victory here by countout, huh? It's going to be 5-4 now. And Triple H is busted wide open. Oh, here comes the McMahons. They're here now. Get in, Triple H. Sean is counting fast as hell. It's the fastest count I've ever heard. 3 minutes left with The Rock down 1. The McMahons are now out there. Triple H is covered in blood. Nailed him. Up there's Shane. Shane and Vince eating right hands. Oh, Vince with a hard tumble off the apron. And here we go. I mean, really, Rock doesn't need to win 2 falls. He just needs to tie. Does he actually tie it up here? Is it a 6-5 win? It must be. Yeah, so he does tie it up. So that's right. It's something with a DQ at the end or something, right? Sean takes out Shane. Sean takes out Vince. You can hear, listen, you can hear the motorcycle. Oh my God, are they going to play You've Done It Now? I can't. You can already hear the motorcycle firing up back there. There it is. So weird why he would come back here anyway. They've dubbed something. At least it's not You're Gonna Pay, but this is not Kid Rock, which is fine because I hate Kid Rock. And he's taking out DX. Oh, we got 35 seconds left. Vince, the way Vince walked away. Now Stephanie. Okay, so is this what happens here? So maybe he was supposed to hit the tombstone while there was still time left. Is that what happened there? But either way, he still chokeslammed Triple H before the time ran out, which means it still should be a DQ. That kind of sucks. I don't know why that necessarily means Undertaker was out there to help Rock. But yeah, when you attack the opponent, the other guy gets the DQ.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a result of a disqualification due to outside interference, the winner of the fall, Triple H, therefore the winner of the match, and new World Wrestling Federation champion, Triple H. Oh man, that's a heartbreak.
Shawn. What is it with Shawn and these funky finish? Like, remember Brett and Taker? And Shawn fucked that up. And this is the second time Taker has chased away a Shawn in a ref shirt. Yeah. I don't think it was that big of a botch. Like, Undertaker got the choke slam in while there was still time. So Shawn just didn't get around to calling the DQ until Taker was hitting the tombstone. They probably would have liked to time that better, but I don't think it was that bad of a fuck up, you know? Probably not exactly the way they drew it up, you know? But not that bad, right? It felt all right. I understood, you know, as a viewer, I understood what was happening. So yeah, right on. We knocked out Judgment Day 2000. This one was fun, and Rock would get his payback the next night, and he would win the title back at King of the Ring. So Triple H got the win 6-5. All right, well, we finally got done with Judgment Day. So by the time we come back for a classic Sunday watch-along, it's going to be 2 weeks from tonight. So we got to figure out what we're going to do. We're going to be into June, so let's pick something June-related. Any King of the Ring we haven't done. Any WCW June pay-per-view we haven't done. Maybe, I think we've done most of those Bad Bloods and stuff. You know, we've done some of those, and we've done a lot of the King of the Rings. So maybe something June-related we could do, or, I don't know. Think about it. I think we've done both of the one-night stands, you know, for ECW. So we've done a lot as it relates to June. But 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back for a classic one. I still have to figure out what to do this week, you know, this weekend coming up, next weekend, I should say, with everything going on, so much wrestling, and I also have a busy work schedule, so we'll probably be up here for a podcast, but I'm going to have to miss Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing, so you'll get thoughts and comments on those after the fact next week. We will be here tomorrow for a Raw review, so stick around, and then I'm going to be laid up for a couple of days. I got to go be put under and have a little thing done to me and all that stuff, so I'll be resting up Tuesday and Wednesday, but then, yeah, I'm back. Life is back, but I'm not sure how to handle the reviews for Double or Nothing and Saturday night's main event yet. We will figure it out. We might be here Sunday afternoon before Double or Nothing to review SNME, but that might be too much. I might save it all for a big, nice podcast, maybe on Monday after Raw, something like that. We will see. Good one, the new one. Thanks for the $2. No Mercy Rock versus Angle. That's an October one, but we could get there. We have not watched that show, I don't think. Actually, I think we did. I kind of think we did. I've at the very least reviewed it because I can remember myself making a thumbnail. So I think we've done that one. If not, by the time we get to October, we'll look at that. But maybe a good old Great American Bash would work. See, Tito knows. Tito knows when the streams are over. Like I shut off the thing and he kind of knows I'm wrapping it up, and that's when he kind of emerges. So he's hungry. He wants to eat. So, all right, guys, appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here tonight. How about a June TNA pay-per-view? As long as it's available on YouTube, I'm totally open to that. So, hell yeah, there's lots of options. We will think about it. We got a couple weeks to think about it. So join us back here tomorrow night. We will be reviewing Raw. I will throw a link at you sometime between now and tomorrow morning. And yeah, we'll be here in just a little while, 24 hours from now, to review us some Raw. You guys have a great, great rest of your Sunday night. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will be catching you tomorrow night for Raw. Peace.